Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we're dedicating the entire countdown to one of the most storied and intellectually serious watch manufacturers in the world, IWC Schaffhausen. Founded in 1868 in the Swiss town of Schaffhausen by American engineer Florentine Ariosto Jones, IWC has always occupied a unique position in Swiss watchmaking, a manufacturer defined not by Genevan tradition or decorative artistry, but by engineering discipline, mechanical ingenuity, and an unwavering commitment to building instruments of genuine purpose and lasting quality. From pilot watches with direct Royal Air Force lineage to perpetual calendars of breathtaking complication, today we're counting down 10 of the finest IWC watches ever made. Let's get started. Number 10. IWC Pilot's Watch. Chronograph. 41. The IWC Pilot's Watch Chronograph 41 is the most accessible entry point into IWC's celebrated pilot watch family that still delivers the full breadth of the collection's design language, functional integrity, and manufacture quality in a single coherent package. The 41mm case represents a thoughtful recalibration of the pilot chronograph format for contemporary wrists, large enough to command presence and deliver the instant legibility that aviation instrument design demands, yet proportioned with sufficient restraint to wear comfortably across a full range of daily occasions without feeling imposing. The dial is a masterclass in purposeful clarity, bold Arabic numerals, oversized luminous hands, and a chronograph layout arranged with the no-nonsense directness of a working instrument rather than a decorative accessory. Number 9. IWC Portofino Automatic. The IWC Portofino Automatic represents the most elegantly restrained expression of IWC's design vocabulary, a dress watch of pure, unhurried refinement that demonstrates the manufacturer's ability to exercise the same engineering discipline in the service of classical beauty as it brings to its more technically complex complications. Named for the famously picturesque harbor village on the Italian Riviera, the Portofino has always embodied a particular vision of sophisticated, relaxed luxury, a watch for those who understand that true elegance lies in the confidence to do less rather than more. The dial is a model of classical proportion, with slender Dauphine hands, applied Arabic or Roman numerals depending on the variant, and a date aperture placed with careful compositional consideration at the 3 o'clock position. The in-house automatic movement beats reliably and accurately within a slim stainless steel or rose gold case that pairs equally well with a summer linen jacket or a formal evening suit. Number 8. IWC Aquatimer Automatic. The IWC Aquatimer Automatic is IWC Schaffhausen's answer to the professional dive watch, an instrument built with the engineering rigor and mechanical conviction that the manufacturer brings to every category it enters, resulting in one of the most technically capable and distinctively designed diving timepieces in the Swiss watch industry. The Aquatimer's defining innovation is its external safe change system, a unique mechanism that allows the diver's unidirectional rotating bezel to be operated via an external rotating shell rather than a conventional bezel, providing positive, glove-friendly grip and precise elapsed time tracking in conditions where fine motor control is compromised by cold water or diving equipment. Water resistance to 300 meters exceeds the requirements of recreational diving by a significant margin, while the bold dial with its high contrast luminous indices delivers the underwater legibility that safety demands. Number 7. IWC Pilot's Watch. Mark Twice. The IWC Pilot's Watch Mark Twice carries one of the most authentic and unbroken lineages in the entire pilot watch category, a direct descendant of the Marquis Fan. Its Twice issued to the British Royal Air Force in 1948, a timepiece so trusted for its precision, durability, and legibility that it remained the official watch of RAF aircrew for over 4 decades of active service. That is not a heritage that IWC claims by association or inspiration. It is a heritage earned through decades of watches actually worn in actual cockpits by actual pilots whose lives depended on the accuracy of what they wore. The Mark Dynbees honors that lineage with complete sincerity. The dial is organized with the same fundamental clarity as its military predecessors, with bold Arabic numerals, a clean 3-hand layout, and luminous hands and markers that deliver instant readability in any lighting condition a cockpit can produce. Number 6. IWC Portugueser Automatic. The IWC Portugueser Automatic is one of the most enduringly elegant and compositionally perfect watch designs in the entire history of Swiss watchmaking. A timepiece whose origins reach back to 1939, when two Portuguese merchants commissioned IWC to produce a wristwatch that matched the accuracy of a marine chronometer, resulting in an unusually large case housing a pocket watch-grade movement that established the visual language the Portugueser maintains to this day. The defining characteristics of that original brief are present in every modern Portugueser: the generously sized case, the clean and spacious dial with its applied Arabic numerals and slender baton hands, and the sense of calm authority that comes from a design fully confident in its own proportional logic. The small second subdial at the 6 o'clock position is not merely a functional feature, but a compositional element of genuine beauty, providing visual balance to the open expanse of the primary dial. The in-house automatic movement, visible through the display case back, is finished to the standard of a manufacturer that takes pride in the engineering quality of what cannot easily be seen as well as what can. The IWC Portugueser Automatic retails for approximately $7,500 USD. Number 5. IWC Big Pilot's Watch. 43. The IWC Big Pilot's Watch 43 is one of the most immediately commanding presences in the entire watch world. A timepiece that announces itself with a directness and confidence that leaves absolutely no room for ambiguity about what it is for, and what values it embodies. The Big Pilot's Watch lineage traces directly to the massive navigation watches issued to Luftwaffe pilots and navigators during the Second World War. Instruments so large they were strapped over the outside of a flying suit. Their enormous dials designed to be read at a glance in the chaos and physical stress of aerial combat. The modern 43mm interpretation distills that legacy into a case size that is substantial and thoroughly present on the wrist, without crossing into the unwearable territory of earlier large format versions. Number 4. IWC Portugueser Chronograph. The IWC Portugueser chronograph occupies a position in the watch world that very few timepieces of any era have achieved. A chronograph so compositionally perfect, so thoroughly resolved in every proportion and every detail, that it has become the reference against which all other classical chronograph dials are inevitably measured. The layout is deceptively simple: two contrasting subdials at 9 and 3 o'clock, a date window positioned with careful deliberation, and a tachymeter scale around the chapter ring that frames the entire composition with quiet authority. But the genius of the Portugueser chronograph lies not in any single element, but in the relationship between all of them. The way the case diameter, the dial spacing, the hand lengths, and the subdial proportions achieve a harmony that feels inevitable rather than designed. The column wheel chronograph movement inside is one of IWC's most celebrated calibers, offering both the mechanical refinement of a column wheel actuation system and the visual pleasure of a beautifully finished movement visible through the display case back. Number 3. IWC Ingenieur Automatic. The IWC Ingenieur Automatic is one of watchmaking's great comeback stories, a collection with roots stretching back to 1955 and the pioneering work of IWC engineer Albert Pelletan, who designed the original Ingenieur as the world's first wristwatch specifically engineered to resist the magnetic fields generated by the emerging electrical and electronic industries of the post-war era. The soft iron Faraday cage inner case that defined the original remains the Ingenieur's most important technical feature, providing magnetic protection that is measurable, demonstrable, and directly relevant in a modern world saturated with electronic devices generating fields that can disrupt an unprotected mechanical movement. The modern Ingenieur Automatic returns to the bold sport functional design language of the Gerald Genta-designed 1976 reference. A watch of strong lines, confident proportions, and an integrated bracelet architecture that gives it a visual kinship with the great sports watches of the vintage era, while remaining entirely its own resolved object. Number 2. IWC Pilot's Watch. Spitfire Chronograph. The IWC Pilot's Watch Spitfire Chronograph carries what may be the single most evocative name in the entire IWC collection, a direct tribute to the legendary Supermarine Spitfire, the British Royal Air Force fighter aircraft whose extraordinary performance, distinctive elliptical wing, and role in the Battle of Britain have secured its place as one of the most celebrated machines in the history of aviation. The Spitfire sub-collection within IWC's Pilot Watch family has always represented a particular interpretation of aviation watch design, one that emphasizes the romanticism and drama of the wartime flying era, alongside the technical precision that IWC's engineering tradition demands. The Spitfire chronograph delivers that balance with complete conviction, housing a column wheel chronograph of outstanding quality within a case that references the warm, purposeful aesthetics of wartime instrument design without resorting to nostalgic pastiche. The bronze or titanium case options available across the Spitfire range add a further dimension of material character that distinguishes these watches from the broader Pilot collection. The in-house chronograph movement is finished and regulated to the standards that IWC's position at the apex of the Pilot Watch category demands. Number 1. IWC Big Pilot's Watch Perpetual Calendar. The IWC Big Pilot's Watch Perpetual Calendar stands at the summit of this countdown as the most complete and compelling expression of everything that IWC Schaffhausen has represented since Florentine Jones first established his manufacture on the banks of the Rhine in 1868, a timepiece that unites the manufacturer's most iconic design identity with its most ambitious mechanical achievement in a single object of extraordinary purpose and presence. The Big Pilot's Watch provides the foundation that commanding, visually unambiguous instrument design rooted in the navigation watches of wartime aviation, with its large onion crown, bold Arabic numerals, oversized luminous hands, and soft iron magnetic protection. Upon that foundation, IWC's perpetual calendar mechanism does its quietly extraordinary work, tracking the irregular rhythm of the Gregorian calendar automatically and without correction, accounting for every short month and every leap year through a mechanical architecture of interlocking cams and levers that represents one of horology's most enduring intellectual achievements.